Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your July 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, yeah, beautiful card starting out here. However, I am getting a very important message around patterns, breaking out of some sort of pattern, breaking out of conditioning. You could be incorporating a new daily routine or a new daily pattern that actually allows you to grow, expand, and change your world in a big way. As they say, one small habit daily can really shift and alter your world. Some of you may have defaulted into maybe procrastination, or I'm getting time. They're showing me the time, the stopwatch. So there's something about time management here for you as well, Taurus, using your time effectively. You may be working a lot of hours. Some of you, I do see celebration, and I'm getting 10 of Wands as well. Responsibilities, celebration energy though. It's like you've worked really hard for what it is that you really want. And maybe you haven't seen the results, but I feel like you will see them sooner rather than later. There's the Ace of Cups, King of Cups showing up. This is a new beginning in matters of emotional satisfaction. Yeah, because some of you felt a little bit bored possibly, or you felt like you weren't as inspired, but there's a lot of success coming in here. Perhaps some of you have really been working hard towards your goals and your projects, and in the month of July, you're able to have a little bit of that downtime. Look at that. You have the sun showing up here. Beautiful energy. And you have the moon. So something is definitely being illuminated. Now, bottom of the deck, you actually have the Tower. It didn't show up here in your reading, but it is something that's shifting on a foundational level for you. And that's what I said. It could be a daily routine or a daily habit that actually changes your entire world. Now, starting off here, you do have the Candle. This is about manifesting money. It is about taking action, ambition. Some of you are in a position or role that is allowing you to really be seen or heard, or have your ideas expand. There is something here around expansion, because I see the flame growing taller and taller. So some idea that you've had, or if you weren't getting noticed or recognized, I feel like there is change coming in. There's a foundational shift. You could even be offered a new beginning that allows you to have more time focusing on what you love. Because this is the card of high rank, visibility, getting noticed, getting recognized for your hard work. But because you have the ornaments card, this is extra money as well. Some of you could even be paying off some debt, because I feel like we have the debt card. Yeah, we have the debt card. So some of you are paying off debt or putting a chunk of money towards it here. You could be looking at retirement, mature investments. This is celebration. There could be a celebration around the next holiday, but this personally is my Sagittarian card, which is December 2024. You could see that you're finally able to climb up out of, I don't want to say a hole that you've been in here, but it could be climbing out of some uncertainty, and you're feeling like you're moving in the right direction, feeling like you're back on track. And I see a lot of positivity and light for you in the month of July, but I feel like the end of the year, you're going to say, wow, the second half of 2024 really brought a lot of profound transformation. That's the word I'm getting here, profound transformation. So Taurus, you're going to celebrate. You have a lot to celebrate here. Some of you could be celebrating retirement. I'm getting carpentry here, finish work, beauty, retail. I also just heard insurance and something with real estate. Now this could be Airbnb, or some of you are thinking about an investment property or investing your time and money into maybe a new property or a new business or a new retail office space. But I do also see some of you could be traveling. Okay, there could be travel here. I mean, I haven't even looked at the rest of your tarot cards. Knight of Pentacles, beautiful. This is slow and steady, something that's been accumulating and accumulating. But I also feel for some of you, Taurus, it's like you hit a little bit of that glass ceiling and you coasted there for a while. And we do that. We go through phases where, we have a big, increase or an influx, and then we can kind of, that's the balance of life. But I feel like you may have coasted here for a little while, but there's some changes coming in that are going to leave you with this nugget, a nugget of information here, a nugget of valuable, insight, getting honest with yourself. This is an increase as well, an increase in your visibility. Some of you are influencers, or you are being called to be in the limelight, to step into being seen more, being heard more. And if that scares you, I feel like it is also part of your self-worth. Not that you need others' approval, right, to feel good about yourself, but there is something about people acknowledging your skills and your work and being told like, job well done, Taurus. That makes you feel good, and it makes you feel more confident to keep doing what you're doing. And I feel like there is a blend here of the right people, the right employees, the right clients. I feel good about people coming into your world. I'm just seeing if we have any threes, because I am getting the Three of Pentacles combined with the Three of Cups. Aries also, I think, receive that energy. So there is a fresh start here, a fresh start to build based on some new patterns, some new habits that you are incorporating. And that is going to change the foundation. Really, that's why you have the Tower. I just want to see what's behind the Tower. The Hermit. Some of you could be coming out of, maybe hibernation, or coming out of a phase where you, again, were just kind of coasting. Maybe you felt a little isolated, a little bit withdrawn. Maybe you'd gone through a personal transformation. Maybe that's why the Tower is not coming out in your career reading, because this could be, a single type of energy where you may have been focusing on something. Yeah, because look at, you have the Strength card as well with the Seven of Cups. So there's some new options coming in here for you. And it does require you to get completely honest with your path, with your journey. But I see you really building here. This is steady work. This is a fresh start, building yourself in ways that you weren't able to before because your mindset is shifting. I'm surprised we don't see the Hanged Man here. Now we do have the Tree. Oh, and we have the Spiral. I grabbed the second card by accident here, but there's no accidents here in these readings. And the Spiral also is patterns, right? This is feeling at times out of control. Maybe this is about getting into some sort of new routine or shaking up a routine. So take it as it resonates. But this is climbing the ladder in your career. This is what you're building. Tree, the Tree card is my 10 of Pentacles. This is legacy. This is long-term stability and growth. The fact that you have the Knight of Pentacles, you are very reliable. You're very trustworthy. You're very honest, and you are on some sort of upward trend. And that's what I was getting. Instead of feeling like you're coasting or staying leveled up here, it's like you're ready to take the next step. That's why you have a fresh start here, because it does require you to maybe connect, to get out of that hermit energy. We have connections, promoting, maybe promoting a business, something with marketing and advertising I'm getting here as well. Taurus, this is about promotions, outdoors jobs or outdoorsy jobs here. That aligns with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. This can also be family business. Some of you may have went into a family business, or you may have followed in the footsteps of a family member, or a family member is following in your footsteps. I also get something here about things coming full circle. So something that maybe you put on the back burner a decade ago, maybe showing back up. Maybe that book that you put on hold on writing, or perhaps that class that you tend to, life gets in the way, responsibilities get in the way, and you didn't finish up that certification. I feel like something is coming back around here for you. And you're breaking out of old patterns of, maybe self-control and determination, because I see that strength card right here. And on the strength card, how interesting is this? The snake and the mouse, right? When you think of those two together, that snake, its human nature is to eat that mouse, right? But the mouse almost has this glow around its energy field, if you take a look there. And the snake and the mouse, it's like they are going against their urges, their primal urges. The mouse typically would be, right, to run. There's danger. The snake would be to eat him. But there's something here about self-control. So instead of letting your conditioning, what you've been kind of, gut instinct conditions, what you've been taught, this is how you have to go, you have to go in this direction. Maybe some of you are breaking out of some sort of family dynamic as well that is allowing you freedom with that tower, because they're showing me the tower with the hermit. Yeah, you may have left. Maybe you come from a very poor background, or you came from, maybe even a different country or a different state, or some sort of energy where you are doing something that maybe none of the other families have done before. And it's caused you to kind of break out of what you've known and to befriend a part of maybe yourself in the process, and to show more love and compassion and kindness. They're really highlighting here the strength card. So, maybe some of you, this strength is about you hitting a level of maybe rock bottom at some point or another in your career. And I also am getting here with the strength card, I'm getting self-discipline, not sabotaging based on some of those patterns. And that's why I'm bringing that up, because there is a form of self-sabotaging energy when it comes to maybe success, fear of not being good enough, fear of, not being recognized or seen because of your talents, when the truth is, right? The truth, and I say that because the nuggets here, this is about getting honest, is you are meant to shine. That's why you have the sun. I thought you had the sun. Yeah, you do. Sun, smack dab in your reading. You are meant to shine, not hold your light back. Now, we also have performance evaluation. Some of you are under some sort of performance eval for your work. You may be coming up to a promotion, or if you are in a temporary position, maybe you are contracted 6 months, 9 months, 3 months, whatever it is here. There may be an extension process, and they may be evaluating your work to see if they want to keep you on board, or maybe you are the one that is giving yourself a performance evaluation. Am I happy with the green, the green face here? Or where am I at on this scale? Do I enjoy what I'm doing? Do I feel lifeless? Do I feel inspired? Do I like the people I'm with? Is this growing, or am I just staying confined in a box because it feels comfortable, but there's no growth? So you're really taking a look at things. You may be taking a look at how to pay off debt, or how to bring in more money so you can live more comfortably. You have an interview potentially coming in, or you could be interviewing others. Some of you work in HR is what I'm hearing. Some of you work in a call center is what I'm hearing here as well. And maybe that's something you're wanting to break out of, or perhaps the human resource piece has to do with, the performance evaluation. Yeah, part of this debt, it doesn't even have to do with money. It has to do with energy. Where are you depleting your energy? Is this a negative, or is this a positive? And that's what I see showing up here. And if it's a negative, right, if your energy is feeling depleted, you may be looking at new opportunities here, Taurus, with that interview. Okay, yeah, because we're working overtime, right? Working and hustling. I feel like you have a lot going on. You could work multiple jobs, or you're just really working hard for what you want. You have a lot going on. This could be personal life as well. Perhaps you work, a 40, 60, 80-hour week, whatever it is, and then you have family stuff, and July is a busy month anyway for a lot of people. So I just feel like there's a lot of hustle and bustle, and we do have that spiral. So just make sure you're effectively utilizing your time, because that keeps showing up. I'm getting that, the timing card, that's the stopwatch. And it's interesting that it's actually a stopwatch. It's not a clock. So there could be a deadline, or it could be that you are starting a routine where you set the stopwatch and you give yourself, maybe 30 minutes of meditation or a 30-minute walk. There's something you are incorporating into your everyday routine, because you're a multitasker. You're able to do this, is what I'm picking up on here. And it's going to make all the difference in the world. It's going to help you repair that debt, that energetic debt. Yeah. Credit repair. I mean, yes, for some of you, this is actual credit, but I feel like what you're doing is you're pulling out, you can see all those nails. I mean, someone's not a carpenter here. Obviously, those nails are bent, and I feel like what you're doing is working on pulling out all the nails so you don't step on them, right? So they don't come back to haunt you. You want a fresh start, and that's what I feel is showing up with the nugget. This is a fresh start here. Some of you could be carpenters, or you could be building a business, building some sort of portfolio, building a website. I'm getting builder energy here for you, Taurus. Now, starting off, you do have the King of Cups. We got some healers in the house. This is someone who is, a caregiver. They could be a therapist or a doctor, an influencer that wants to be of service and help others. This is someone who's very loving, very supportive, emotionally intelligent. They have to have emotional intelligence to be able to do what they do, right? And this is someone who's very patient, very compassionate. And I'm also getting, male or female, it does not matter, but this is the energy of action, because it is a king. Masculine energy is action, but it's also the softness of, the cups, which is feminine. So there's a balance between, receiving, which is what we talked about earlier, receiving the accolades, receiving feedback, receiving positive support, because that's what helps you find that balance and take action. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the job well done or wanting some sort of feedback for your self-worth, okay? Because some of you, maybe you've second guessed yourself. Is my intuition, right? Or do I feel emotionally fulfilled? Is this being of service? But when you get that feedback, that it makes all the difference in the world. So for example, I read each and every one of your comments, the emails that I get through the website for the gratitudes, I read them all. And that gives the confirmation that you guys love, the channel, and that you enjoy the work that's being put out there. And it's not, from an egoic point of view, it's I feel good because I'm being of service, and I'm activated by doing this calling on a broader level, and there's reciprocity here. So you get something, I get something, and that's what I feel here with this King of Cups. So a lot of you Taurians are heading towards, or you are already in, something that is emotionally fulfilling, but there is a level of reciprocity, right? You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'm getting 6 of Pentacles. So it's not just, one-upping each other. It's not a 5 of Wands, like who can do the best, or a competition, or it doesn't have to do with that. And I see that some of you may have dealt with that in the past, because you have the Strength here, and you have the Tower, and you have the Hermit. And because you may have dealt with people, 5 of Pentacles at the bottom as well. So there is something about some financial changes, material changes, maybe even some form of loss, and you had to repair, right? Credit repair showing up here. Excuse me. Now we have the Ace of Cups. There's your new beginning. This is beautiful energy. And actually, wow, look at this. I haven't used this deck too much, although I absolutely love it. The Guardians of the Night, I think it is. It's in the description box below. All of the decks that I ever use will always be in the description box. But look at that. Look at what's on the cup. You have the sun. There's the sun showing up. Like I said earlier, Taurus, you're meant to shine. Some sort of emotional pull that you have towards business, towards career, towards being of service. This is something that has the potential to make money. Even though it may feel a little bit slow, it can bring you well into retirement. You're opening up. You see that lotus kind of like flower at the top. There's something that's opening up. Some of you, this is a spiritually based business, or it could be that you are a caregiver, a nurse, a healer in some way, shape, or form. The Ace of Cups is a gift, right? It is a gift of connection, and it's also based on inspiration, intuition. It's a soul quenching renewal. And for those of you that haven't felt very inspired, very intuitive, or there's just been a lot going on, you have the ornaments card, which says there is a renewed sense of celebratory energy, and you're going to utilize that inspiration in what it is that you do, and you will be recognized for it. I'm also getting, because you have this spiral, there's an idea that you have here, Taurus, that again, you may have put on the back burner, or maybe someone from the past is coming back in. They want to work with you. They want to grow something with you. I just heard journal. So maybe some of you are creating a journal, or you are writing in your journal, or maybe as you're listening to this, you look over and you can see some writings. Okay. Because I don't know if this is like a to-do list, if it's an actual journal, or if it's just a bunch of sticky notes. Some of you really like to write things down. I'm a list maker myself, but I do see some sticky notes, some doodles, some journaling. So I feel like you're writing something down, or it could even be going back to your journal. Maybe they're giving me 5. So maybe this is about 5 months ago. So the beginning of the year, going back and revisiting your energy, and maybe a pattern that you wanted to start, but maybe you fell away from. Now, 6 of Wands, this is another card of fame, being in the spotlight. So we have 6 of Wands and the Sun. Some of you are really called to step into your role or step into this new beginning. But there's been some hesitation here, because perhaps that Strength card, right? Maybe there was an impulse to go in a different direction, and maybe self-discipline was a factor here. Excuse me. Or that 5 of Pentacles even. Some of you had gone through some form of scarcity or poverty conscious mindset, or a loss of a job or a home or a business merger. Some of you are unemployed is what I'm getting here with this 5 of Pentacles. For others of you, there was some sort of illness or concern around the body, because Pentacles can be the body. But this is vitality. You're feeling full of life. Once again, there's success coming in. This is accomplishment, achievement, fame, victory, public recognition. And it is also the card of not being overlooked. When it's combined with the Sun, this is spotlight. But I have to tell you that there's a moon here as well. So it's almost as if there's a choice to be made here. And I'm just looking to see if there's any choice cards. I don't see any. But I think I know why the moon is here. Now, if you look at this moon, and Aries also had a little bit of similar energy. Some of you may have Aries placements dealing with an Aries, or you could be on that Aries cusp. But if you look at the moon, that coyote or that wolf, whatever it is there, it is looking for food in the garbage. Because look at the city that has grown in its habitat. The city is all encompassing. It's all around him now. It's like everywhere this wolf goes, every turn he takes, there's some sort of new development. And so the moon says that, yes, there's a lot of change. There's a lot of illusions. There's a lot of deep subconscious stuff coming up in the world on a global level as well with the moon. But this is also about truths being exposed. And what's being exposed here is things are not the same as they once were, 5 years ago, 5 decades ago. We are in a time of fast pacing, growing changes. And it's it's prevalent here with the, the wolf looking for some food in the dumpster because it doesn't have its natural habitat to go hunting in. And the good news is something is being exposed for your highest good. And I also see with the moon, this could also be you at times hiding because there is intimidation, right? There's a hiding factor of, okay, I'm not supposed to be with all these humans. So there is something here about feeling intimidated or feeling like you're not, some of you, I'm hearing like from a different planet, like, what am I doing here? So imposter syndrome for some of you. But because we have the moon showing up, I feel like what's being illuminated is that you're being guided to do something different, to step into compassion, to step into your intuition more, and you will be rewarded. Maybe teach about how to deal with the growing times, how to deal, because I don't know if you can see this, Taurus, but if you look closely, you can see that there's a small, maybe a trout, a small fish that's in the dumpster. So there is prosperity here. And even though something is encroaching into our earthly realm, a lot of these changes and AI, right? I kind of get AI here. For some of you, it could be artificial intelligence you could be working with in some way, shape, or form. But it is about embracing, embracing the light aspect instead of succumbing to the fear aspect, right? False evidence appearing real, where there are some things that are hidden from you. But in the month of July, it's like everything comes out in the open here. And new patterns that you are incorporating now have the potential to really stick. They have the potential to build into something quite abundant, quite beautiful. Six of Wands is the card of public recognition as well, victory. And the sun is abundance. It's one of the most abundant energies. It's Leo energy too, and we will be embracing Leo season towards the end of July. So it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of success comes your way towards the end of July after a time of maybe some uncertainty or scavenging, right? Trying to figure out your place in the world is basically what this wolf is doing. Where am I at now? Where's my place in the world now that all these cities have grown, have been built in my natural habitat? Who am I? And your outcome energy, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, this knight, you can see this donkey or mule is very reliable, right? Knight of Pentacles is someone who's dependable. As mentioned, you are trustworthy. You wait for the best time to take action because you're someone who thinks things through. You are very logical, rational, very creative and intuitive as well. So you're utilizing all of the tools, all of the resources that you have, that we all have, that we've come here to use on this earthly plane. But I'm also getting the message here of if you are stuck in a rut, if you were lazy with your energy or too cautious, or if you were afraid of taking a risk in some way, shape, or form, this is the month that spirit is guiding you and nudging you and saying, now's the time. Now is the time to get out of that, stagnancy and step it up a notch and to self-discipline. Yeah, I'm getting the word self-discipline. And like I said in the very beginning, there is something here with breaking out of habits, whether that habit has to do with mental habits. I mean, a lot of habits do start within the mind. We start to program and tell ourselves that each and every day. But I feel like you are a thought leader. You are an inspirational leader here, Taurus, and you have a lot to offer. And I feel like you are going places. I really see that here in your energy. You are going places, but you're meant to shine brighter. And that may mean, it doesn't mean that you have to go start a YouTube channel and, change the world on that type of platform. It can be anything you want, but it does require you to step fully into your light because you've seen the light and the dark. That is the polarity of the sun and the moon, because you yourself, with that strength card, That snake has, felt the impulsive, insatiating appetite of that mouse, wants it with everything within him, right? But then there's this other kind, compassionate piece that says, well, you know what? Maybe we can be friends. Maybe we can live amongst this world together. And even though some of you are saying, well, Melissa, that can't happen, right? Snake and mice, they can't live together. That could be a belief. Yes, of course, sometimes facts are facts, but there's also this energy here of seeing things from a higher perspective and maybe understanding your role in helping the planet. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have truth be told. Okay. So there is something here about truth, but let's see what's coming in for you. What is coming in for Taurus? New life. Yes. New life. It's card 39. Some of you may be 39 years old. 39 could have been a significant age for you. If you are past 39, or if you're not there yet, it certainly could be. This is a birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air. It is all about life renewing itself. And when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from the trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon on all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, Taurus, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. That's that Ace of Cups as well, a soul-quenching renewal. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. There's that King of Cups. Let your light shine. There's the sun. For this is a time of good fortune. And you have every reason to be optimistic right now, right? Things seem to fall almost magically into place. No, it's not an illusion. The illusion is that times are changing with the moon, right? But you have these opportunities. They are new and they're here to remind you that abundance is available. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Maybe that's part of that tower as well, because you may question it at first. With that moon, you may say, is this part of my path? Is this a far-fetched idea? Can a snake and a mouse really get along, right? Because we've been conditioned to really believe that that's impossible. But if you've ever watched those funny animal videos, right? We see all the time that animals in nature can love up on each other, right? You can have a duck sleeping with a dog and, a cat with, you name it. Nature surprises us. Miracles surprise us each and every single day. And it says here, stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. I absolutely love this because new life is definitely here. And it's something you've been... There's the crackle. There's the crackle. Have you ever lit a candle and it starts to kind of crackle and spark and flitter and blow? That's kind of the energy I'm feeling here is you're coming back to life. You're being renewed in a way. There's a sense of hope that maybe you haven't felt in a little while because this new energy, this new life, this new pattern, this new, whatever this is for you, it's new energy for sure. That could manifest in the physical material world. And I see that it will. But just because something may have been a little bit slow or it may feel like it's slow coming, there's a lot of action happening here behind the scenes. So trust that. All right, let's get a few messages here from your spirit animals. And at this time, Taurus, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And upon your exhale, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Your animals could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. Perhaps your animal is a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. Maybe one that you have currently at home. Maybe an animal that you've recently seen in the great outdoors, or through your dreams, or through a meditation. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your animals in the comment section below the video, and be sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss that notification. All right, I'm loving the cards here. One of my favorites, you have the buffalo. It's card 10, which is also the Wheel of Fortune. The abundant universe will provide. It's also card 1, which is all about new beginnings. It's about new life here, new energy. So I feel like a lot of you, 10s are endings that bring in new beginnings. So you're ending an old cycle, an old way of doing things, old patterns, old beliefs that allow you to have a fresh start. And this fresh start is going to be providing for your needs and your wants, is what I'm hearing. You have Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. Card 32. Some of you may be 32 years old. Some of you may be born on the 10th, the 3rd, or you may be 45. We also have Armadillo. Armadillo says set healthy boundaries. Okay, that's a big one. Setting healthy boundaries when it comes to your time management, your consistency, the people that drain your energy, or, the debit. We'll look at the debt here. Is it a positive? Is it a negative? Where are you feeling energetically? Maybe it's time for you to do that performance evaluation here and set boundaries based on that. And then lastly, we have Parrot Spirit. Watch your words, because your words, excuse me, create your reality as well. Words are very powerful. That's why it's called spelling. Spelling, right, is an actual spell based on our words. So that may be why I was seeing the journal earlier, because some of you may be jotting things down, your dreams, your aspirations. Paying attention to your self-talk is important here as well, because just like a parrot, it mimics back to you, right? Polly want a cracker. That's the common one. But what about words of love and encouragement and inspiration? What you are putting out there is what you're going to attract. So keep that in mind and watch as your words do create your reality and your thoughts, right? Because you think about the word, you learn how to spell, you learn how to write through, that repetitive action. So there's something here about, telling yourself that you have what it takes to really succeed, to stand out, to shine your light. This is a really beautiful energy here. Now, last but not least, let's get a message from your soul's truth. What do we have here, Taurus? Your soul's truth. What does your soul want you to know? And an action step that you can take. Name all the things you love. Look at all this heart energy here. King of Cups, Ace of Cups. There's definitely a heart chakra activation that is happening when it comes to your career, but when it comes to your life in general, because when you start to open up and you see that all the areas flow together like a spider web, right? Your career and love life, even though you can really be over here and focus on career and may not have a love life, what's going on in here really affects what's going on out here. So naming all the things that you love is very important when it comes to gratitude and really activating that heart chakra. And it says here, are you one of them? Today's mantra, I give myself all the love and attention I need. And the more that you give to you, the more that you're going to see the external, right? The more that you're going to see that, validation that we talked about earlier here for you as well, because it starts with you. And maybe that's why you were in that hermit energy of really reflecting, really going through a lot of soul searching, a lot of soul alignment, because you'd gone through a tower here at some point or another that really caused you to take a look at who you are, who you want to become, who you need to become to get there. Because some of you have definitely hit that 5 of Pentacles, which did cause a lot of, maybe health issues, financial loss, some struggles around, mindset as well, poverty conscious mindset, but you're breaking out of some sort of mold. And Taurus, this looks absolutely beautiful for you. There's a new beginning coming in, one that is not only worth celebrating, but it's on a deeper spiritual soul level. That's what I get here with this Ace of Cups. This is true soul's alignment here. And the fact that you have the sun on the cup is quite beautiful. And you've gone through both. And when you've gone through a situation that's been really challenging, it makes the good all the better, instead of you just getting something without having to work for it per se, right? Or someone says, oh, here's $20, right? Here it is. Oh, awesome. Thank you. But let's say you've really had to work for that $20 because you're hungry and you are wanting, whatever it may be to spend that $20 on, but you've done so much to work for that. It makes it all the better. And I feel like that's kind of what I get here is you've gone through both ends with that moon and that sun, and whatever this celebration energy is, it's magnified, it's tenfold, because you've known what it's like to be on the other side. Now you're getting a glimpse into, that the sunny days ahead. I really like that for you, Taurus. I hope that resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and do drop your power animal in the comment section below to be entered into that free reading giveaway. And if you yourself are interested in a personal reading, please visit intuitivesoulcoach.com. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Taurus. Lots of love.